Hey guys, welcome back to Zoronden Cast, and this is a special Starcraft game for Saturday. What is today? I believe it's supposed to be yes, today should be Saturday the 30th. Now, I am currently in Kansas City, so I thought I'd get this game done ahead of time for you and upload it. So, bringing this to you. And this is another game sent in by the fans. If you've watched some of my past Starcraft 2 casts, you can probably figure out which guy sent it in. However, I won't spoil that for you if you don't know. So today's matchup is a PvP. It's going to be between sGMrMonday, the blue Protoss, in the top, and Jdawg, the red Protoss, in the bottom kind of right. Anyways, this is a fairly long game, and I want to make it quicker, so I will be running a decent amount of it on ×2, so do forgive me for that. And we will get down to the action here. And we do have Mr. Monday scouting out the map. Does find nothing there, but he's going to sit there for a bit. And just as a not a reminder, I didn't tell you, this is a Bronze League game. So that's also why I'm more willing to fast forward just a little bit. Because Bronze League games do tend to have more turtling than the higher league matches. However, I will keep an eye on it, and I will do my best. We won't miss any action. So let's keep up on it and see what the players are up to. We do have a gateway and a second pylon down for Jdawg. A single gateway here up by Mr. Monday so far. A nice little wall. Unfortunately, that is going to make gas mining a little longer. He could probably move it one segment, down south, and probably would, it shouldn't slow down that line anymore. Not a big thing, but it definitely would help a little bit. We have some probes playing tag out here. Fortunately, neither one's ever going to change places there if they keep moving. I do have a second gas down by Mr. Monday. Both gases are currently down by Jdawg. He's getting his pylon and cybernetics core, as well as a forge there. Both players still operating off of one gateway, and just as I say that, Mr. Monday flips down 3 more, so he's going for a nice 4-gate there. I like to see that. You definitely need more than one gateway to win a match, and that is indeed what he's doing, and Jdawg is not doing that at this time. We've got a couple zealots out here, another probe running down here, so I guess he's just trying to scout as this guy is running from this guy. Unfortunately, this is probably really unnecessary. Run this probe home. You can get him back to work. Who cares if Jdawg sees your base at this point? You could probably kill off that probe as well with your 2 zealots there. So, Jdawg going for some defensive cannons. Not a terrible call, although not inherently necessary. You could probably get out a couple stalkers with that money instead and have mobile cannons. We do have a proxy pylon down here by Mr. Monday. I do like seeing that. Unfortunately, if Jdawg sends anything out of his base, he'll see it. But Mr. Monday is going to warp in some stalkers here, as well as pop down a second pylon. So he's going to go for some aggression here soon, I would guess. And as I was saying that, he's throwing up his natural up here. And here we go, going to pop it down to faster. A little bit of aggression here. Unfortunately, those cannons are going to rip into Mr. Monday's troops. They're slowly going down, actually quite fastly going down. And that is just a failed attack. Unfortunately, those cannons did serious damage. And that stalker, gets home with 8 hit points. Yeah, and that zealot turns around. Stalker turns around too, though. Okay, he's going to park on the ramp. Dangerous territory there. He does warp in some more stalkers. We'll have to see if he goes for this aggression again. Unfortunately. Is that a natural by... Okay, that is Jdawg putting down a natural. The probe easily gets killed. And oh no, Jdawg has an immortal. That's going to do serious work to Mr. Monday's stalkers. As long as it's shooting and not running around. Here comes a zealot wave, though. That's going to trouble that. And just on that ramp, that is going to clean up Mr. Monday's attack here. However, he does pop a cannon. Unfortunately, still not worth the cost. Oh, and he threw a forge down here. And cannons, that's not going to turn out well for him. Jdawg needs to push while he has the advantage, take out those cannons before they finish. Mr. Monday needs to cancel them, recoup those losses. That one did not get canceled. Oh, and unfortunately that one didn't either. And at this point, he needs to recuperate his losses, not warp in any more units. Unfortunately, that wave of Zealots... Well, I guess it wasn't a total loss. It did kill that Immortal. Unfortunately, this wave probably unnecessary. However, without Micro, these Stalkers are just getting liquefied. These Zealots are doing way more damage than they really should have done. We do have a probe in combat here. And, I mean, at this point, Mr. Monday might as well keep doing in these Zealots, because he's doing a lot of damage in comparison to what he should be doing. I mean, those Stalkers could have killed them without a single loss. Unfortunately, they lost the Immortal and a Zealot. Or, and a Stalker. And there goes another wave of Zealots, killing off more Stalkers. Micro, Jdawg, Micro! It's the name of the game, buddy. Oh, and that is unfortunate to see. The Zealots win out eventually. I mean, they shouldn't have, but now Jdawg, yeah, is in trouble. I mean, Mr. Monday still has a foothold down here and can keep that natural from getting under production. A little bit of push there does pull off so the cannons don't shoot him. And Mr. Monday could start saturating that natural. That would be a definite do, as his mineral production could go right up there and get more units in here. And more units coming in by Jdawg. Those Zealots going to work on the front line. Again, no Micro. The Immortals are falling. Uh-oh, that's just disgusting to see. Mortals are so good against Stalkers. The Zealots are just tearing him a new one when he could run away for another day. Those Stalkers are targeting that probe. That was a nice call by them. A couple more probes come down. Just more fodder for Mr. Monday to just eat through. So this is a long, kind of foothold aggression here. I'm enjoying it, but I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, Mr. Monday just isn't getting enough troops to break this line. You know, throwing these Zealots in here like that, that was a complete waste of money. 5 Zealots, no physical damage. Maybe a little bit to that Stalker, but realistically, definitely not worth it. He goes down there and kills a little robot. What did that robot do to you? He was just minding his own business, being a Wally bot. Anyways, we do have some saturation going on by Mr. Monday. Not very thick, but of course his main's running out. I do like to see players, you know, expand before your mineral line is gone. You know, run several bases at the same time instead of waiting for your main to die out. And build up a bigger army here. You're not gonna break it with 8 Zealots. And it's gonna speed it up a little more here, as this game is quite long, as I said. Some more warp-ins by Mr. Monday. Quite a few Immortals starting to pile up here by Jdawg. Unfortunately, Mr. Monday is mostly going Zealots at this point, and Immortals aren't very good against Zealots, as we've seen. His main is just about to dry out. Fortunately, Mr. Jdawg, Jdawg's mineral line is drying up as well, and he is going to need this natural, and he's going to push out here with a Colossus up front. It is in trouble here. Oh, almost went. Oh, and it does go down. The cannon and Stalker got it, and if nothing else, that is a nice little victory there. That is going to end the foothold operation by Mr. Monday, and Jdawg will finally be able to get his natural up. And Mr. Monday is full steam ahead on his natural at this point. It's still operating off the gas out of his main, and just a few patches left over here. I'm going to bring up the production tab here. Mr. Monday getting a Dark Shrine. Apparently he subscribes to the thought of win ahead Dark Shrine instead of win behind Dark Shrine. And you know what? Why the heck not? You could run in here and wreak some havoc. Of course, those cannons are in place, but if you dropped them in the back, well, I guess there is a nice cannon kind of by the mineral line. However, you could cause some serious issues at the natural. And wow. I guess if you've got the money, but that is a lot of cannons. Or definitely some overkill there. Put a couple at your front ramp maybe, but not 6. Yeah, 6. Like that, especially these guys. I mean, they're going to do some damage, but you're not guaranteed of that, and you want to keep the aggression on, not, the defense on. Anyways, here comes these guys. Oh, and I'm not sure, is there an observer out or something? The cannon's observation range, I guess, is just big enough, and unfortunately those Dark Templar really don't do anything. And that makes an unfortunate tech swap for Mr. Monday, as he says, I'm trying, and at least he is trying. In that case, I probably would have done a drop back here, get a warp prism or something. Why not? Wow, that is, I always forget that button. There we go. That is 9 Dark Templar on the field, and hopefully, I'm afraid they're just going to run into the meat grinder yet again. However, they are going to see this warp prism with 2 immortals in it, so Mr. Monday should know that's coming. He's going to kind of chase it down with those Templar. So I guess since you got him, use him as defense, because there's no observer with that. Nice way the Stalker's coming in. Oh no, and that warp prism's going to get popped. Popped without even unloading. That is always just rough to see. You love immortals, you love warp prisms, and when they get popped without doing anything, brings a bit of a tear to my eye. Here come the Dark Templar. Okay, they're going to go up here, scout out that 3rd, which has not been utilized yet. They're going to come down here, and these guys might be at... No, they're not. Those are dead Dark Templar. Didn't even get to the meat of the Colossus, just the shields. Go a little bit faster here as well. Getting that range upgrade for his Colossi. So, and as I was saying earlier in this game, Bronze League games can tend to turtle up quite a bit. Do note you got some probies sitting here, Mr. Monday. Needs to get those fellas to work. They're not doing any good. Idle. This is a nice little army here. Unfortunately, it's just not going to break a Colossi Immortal army with cannon defense. So probably need to do some teching. Grab some Immortals or Colossi of your own, as the Dark Templar are pretty much muted at this point with all the detection that Jdawg has been tossing up, especially with an OBS on the field. And Jdawg has grabbed a 3rd himself now. As I'm going to go even faster, as we're just kind of sitting around here. Mr. Monday throwing up some more defensive cannons. Looks like we got some Void Ray play on the field. Were those Phoenix in front? Yes, it was. So nice little tech swap by Mr. Monday. We're going to see if this will throw Jdawg off the line. Unfortunately, he has quite a few cannons sitting around. Phoenixes don't do anything against cannons. They're going to cause serious issues for these Void Rays. That cannon goes down, but unfortunately the Stalker's in the way. Oh, and the Void Rays are still alive, fully charged, but they got some serious damage on them. And they're going to pop maybe a pylon. That's about it. Unfortunately, that attack didn't really do much. Jdawg has just spent too much money on cannons everywhere, and you're not going to break his line with 3 Phoenix and 2 Void Rays. So back to the speed up a little bit here. Thought I had a move out there by Jdawg. Unfortunately, he was just repositioning his Stalkers to the front. Quite a few Zealots here by Mr. Monday. He might be going for a chop at the 3rd. I don't think he knows it's there yet. And of course, I brought up... Yeah, there it is, just discovering it. Fortunately, there's quite a few cannons there. Oh, but there are Artosis. At least most of them are, all but 1. And boom, I guess all but 2. But Jdawg's army moves in and wipes that out. Again, quite easily. So these little hit-and-run tactics are turning into more hit-and-die tactics that really, unfortunately, aren't doing much damage because both players are overcompensating on defense, which, is ending up working out, but it's because they're both doing it. And I'm not... What is this going on here? So sending those probes down really early... I wouldn't have done that. You could put some... You could definitely fit more probes here. Yeah, and that's just what he's doing. Yeah, you could definitely fit more probes on this mineral line. You only got like 10 or 12 there. I'm not sure. I'm not going to count them. Anyways, but that is what he's doing, grabbing his fourth. Do have a Dark Shrine as well as Void Rays down for Jdawg. So he's got about every tech under the sun at this point except carriers. And of course motherships. And just some farm pylons, I guess. I don't know why those are there. Well, obviously warp in case of emergency, but probably don't need 4. Anyways, here comes some more probes, do some mining. And it looks like Mr. Monday is going to pull out. And he has carriers. Love me some carriers. Always like to see carriers on the field. Not going to complain about those. And here he is moving out. Let's get back to regular speed so we can enjoy this battle at full glory. And this is going to be a heck of a showdown. 5 Colossi. There's a couple of mortals in there. But those carriers might be the equalizer. Here we go. Zealots on the front. Those Colossi are doing massive damage to the Stalkers. Fortunately, here come the carriers, and the Colossi vanish. At least 3 of them do. There goes a 4th. The 5th one goes down as well. And Mr. Monday has just eaten alive Jdawg's army. All that's left of those Immortals, and under that many units, they don't stand a chance as well. And he's going to rush in here and crush this 3rd. The Natural's all but dead. With the loss of his 3rd, he's going to be quite devastated, as his 4th is nowhere near saturated. And there's just nothing Jdawg has that can stop this onslaught at this point. He needs to get warping in troops immediately, and he's not doing it. He's got the money to. Look at he's got 2,500 minerals in his coffers. He needs to be warping in a ton of Stalkers so he can try and deal with this carrier battle, as well as Zealots, because there is an Immortal, or there's at least 2 Immortals in there. 3 Immortals, as well as an Archon. Oh, I don't even know if he could possibly warp in enough units at this time, especially with only 5 warp gates. But he's not even trying at this point. Has he just given up at this point? Not really sure what he's thinking, but throwing in the towel. You're not going to win with 3 Void Rays, buddy. Unfortunate about that. Just kind of seeing Jdawg fall apart here at the end. And that is unfortunate. You know, in this late stage of the game with Protoss, you want to have 10, 12, maybe even 15 warp gates, especially when you're sitting on 2,800 minerals, so that when you lose your whole army like that, you can re-warp it in almost immediately and reconfront this force that is wiping out the base. And Colossus doesn't even get 12 feet out of his base. Queued up there, didn't even get to shoot his little shiny lasers. And at this point, might as well speed it up, because Mr. Monday is going to take this unless something epically ridiculous happens, which isn't happening. This one Void Ray is going to be causing some damage. His troops are wiping everything else off the map. Mr. Monday needs to warp in a few Stalkers, and there, that should do it. That'll pop off at that point. And probe line, so Jdawg's committing to defending this now main base. Unfortunately, there's no way you're going to be beating this anytime soon, especially when you just lost all your tech. I mean, you're building a forge. So apparently he's going to try and put up like 1,000 cannons. This actually might be kind of entertaining, seeing this many cannons go up. Fortunately, the pylons may not even finish before Mr. Monday finds you. I am not sure about that. Look at all these gas probes running down the field. That is a lot of blocks of gas. So they're going to sit over here, I guess, trying to be decoys. Oh, unfortunately, the carriers have arrived before the cannons are even placed. And they are just going to go to town. The forge is unpowered. I guess that's not going to stop from the cannon being built, but the pylons are going out, and they're almost all pretty much Artosis pylons. Not completely, but well enough. I mean, the cannons that are currently warping in are already unpowered. There's one online with one pylon powering it. There's 2 online. I mean, if he ignores them, they're going to do some damage, but this is over for Jdawg, who has grabbed a 5th base. time to throw in the the towel here, Jdawg. This is over. Speed it up again because, I mean, this is. Oh, he's gonna. Oh my gosh. This is a Probe Dark Templar all-in, I guess. Base racing? That's one of the most amusing things I've ever seen. And he's going to take out that Nexus by doing so. What is this? Oh, man. He is just BMing at this point. This is, throws down his own Nexus. This is pathetic by Jdawg. I'm sorry, man. If you're watching this, this is bad manners. I'm not even going to call it BM. I'm going to say it's full-on words. This is bad manners by you. You know it's over. Leave the game. Go on to your next match and prove yourself by playing a game that you have a chance at winning. It does look like he's... Well, no detection to get that last Dark Templar, but... Oh! Walked into the Observer. He's dead now. And Jdawg does finally leave. Without a word, no GG, whatever. That's fine. He was having some bad manners at the end. Anyways, a little bit of a hissy fit because he didn't win the game. Anyways, I want to give a congrats to Mr. Monday. He, of course, did send in this game. It was nice to see Mr. Monday pull off a win this time. Just a little bit wiser spending on the money. Get up a bigger army next time. You might be able to end this match a little earlier. And try to mine off more than one base at a time. Anyways, that's my recommendations for Mr. Monday. I do want to thank him for sending in that game. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time.